Today we're having our Area A leadership. So the regional representatives and the chapter presidents, we're going to work together to define what is going on in our chapters.
Hoping to learn to build on my leadership skills and help grow our chapter.
Training is so important. If we're asking our members to step up and volunteer to do something and they don't know how to do it, then we have to teach them how to do it.
I'm here to educate myself, to expand my own knowledge, to share that knowledge. It helps me spread that to other members, other employees, other co-workers, in hopes that maybe something I say or that could potentially affect them or their family's dependents, that it may bring them in as well.
The area director and I had sat down and really looked at what he wanted to get out of this event for the members. Part of it was, making sure that we had strong, thriving chapters. And a big piece of that is that the people that are actively involved in the chapters, the e-board, that they're getting along, right? So you have good relationships, healthy conflict, not the conflict is bad, but that you know how to resolve conflict.
So look around the room. These are your RRs.
I wanted to bring the members together and teach them how to deal with conflicts amongst themselves, because we need to focus on being a more cohesive unit to challenge our enemies instead of infighting.
It's very important because then everybody kind of understands what we are here for and what we stand for. And they're excited to talk to new employees and bring them into the union and get them excited about it.
We're going to find out about our own chapters, what's working, what's not working, how we can improve it.
It is a relationship builder, it's a personal growth opportunity, so it's important.
We are a people-oriented organization, and our goal is to improve the lives of our members in our community. So in order to do that, you have to be able to have really strong relationships.
It's interesting to see how other chapters are working to take on issues that we don't have, that there are actually conflicts within chapters. Our chapter is very small, so we don't really seem to deal a lot with that. One of the things that I'm noticing is there's a very real difference between being where we are in Mount Shasta and then folks who come from other school districts in the area, because it's such a broad area that there are massive differences.
Every chapter might be in a different place or have something different that it needs to work on. So we said, well, let's focus on, the infrastructure of a chapter, that you have a full e-board and that those people are experienced. You have educated, experienced stewards. You have a thriving activist membership, and that you have a thriving site rep program. Each one of those was part of a house, like the structure of a house. So the roof, the walls, the foundation. We actually had the members draw their house as if it were their chapter.
We did the reality house, and that was kind of difficult. Ian was a little hesitant to do it, but it's like, well, should I draw a pill? Because it's a hard pill to swallow,
One of the most poignant things that came out of this morning's session, we're always telling ourselves a story in our head. And our story may not match up with what's actually happening.
The stories that you have in your own head, and it just kind of self-destructs your whole emotional pattern. I have been going through some of that, and I do feel like it just needs to come out, communicate it instead of bottling it up.
I like people to learn from their own stories, but also hearing other people's stories.
The relationship building, it goes back to that. We all share our stories. We kind of in a sense, we vent to each other. So it's kind of like a bit of a therapy in a way, but you also have you have a good time. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Usually when you share your own story, someone relates to it and it makes them feel a little less alone.
If only 2 or 3 people on an executive board have this information and then they go back and try to share it with the others weren't here. They didn't experience this connectedness that everybody in this room has.
It's the support that you don't necessarily get from the district. We actually get it from the union. I think that's the thing that a lot of people don't see, because they don't come to meetings like this. They don't come to trainings. And I think it's my job to take what I learn from these trainings and bring that excitement to my chapter.
I'm a little younger in comparison to a lot of people that are here today. So that kind of intrigues other people to kind of look into that, because they may just be thinking that you might have to be older, have so many years of experience, when it's really not like that.
What I'm hoping from this is that they will go back to their areas and spread the word, spread the tools necessary for them to deal with their differences and realize, okay, I'm upset about this, but maybe they're upset about that. And then that way they can work together to resolve issues and focus on the true issues within their chapter.